Good morning, students. In last class, we have discussed Hubble hypothesis, Hubble concept. Hubble hypothesis. Here, the statement of Hubble hypothesis is the anticodon of tRNA. Anticodon of tRNA recognize more than one codon of mRNA. One codon of mRNA is called, we remember, Hubbling or Hubble hypothesis or Hubble pairing. It was proposed by F.H.C. Crick. Listen here. The anticodon of tRNA can recognize more than one codon of mRNA. Is called Hubble hypothesis or Hubbling or Hubble pairing. It was first proposed by F.H.C. Crick, Francis H.C. Crick. This is because, see, in normally, means during normal protein synthesis, tRNA, anticodon of tRNA can recognize one codon of mRNA. For example, if the mRNA containing AUG initiator codon, tRNA carries methionine amino acid by UAC anticodon. If the mRNA carrying UUU codon, then tRNA carrying AAA anticodon, which codes phenylalanine amino acid. Similarly, if the mRNA containing UUC codon, then the tRNA carrying AAG anticodon. This anticodon carrying tRNA codes phenylalanine amino acid. Means we have to remember one codon and one anticodon. One codon of mRNA and one codon of tRNA carries one amino acid. Means one codon of tRNA can recognize one anticodon of tRNA can recognize one codon of mRNA. That is normal protein synthesis, normal formation of protein or polypeptide chain. But in sometimes, in rare condition, in sometimes, anticodon of tRNA can recognize more than one codon. More than one codon means two codons of mRNA. Two codons of mRNA recognized by same anticodon of tRNA. That condition is called Hubble hypothesis or Hubble pairing or Hubbling. Important. Generally, the Hubble hypothesis occupies in the third nitrogen base of mRNA. Listen here. The Hubble pairing, Hubble hypothesis existed in third nucleotide, never first or second, only third nucleotide. For example, the codons of mRNA for serine amino acid are the AAG sorry, AGC and AGU. AGC and AGU are the two codons which codes the serine amino acid on mRNA. But the anticodon, there is here anticodon of tRNA for serine amino acid carry same anticodon like UCG, UCG. There is here the codons of mRNA for serine amino acid are AGC and AGU. Well, the anticodon of tRNA for the same serine amino acid are the UCG. We remember the pairing between AGC and UCG is complementary. Complementary means the opposite. That is, A pairs with uracil, guanine pairs to cytosine, cytosine pairs to guanine. So, in between AGC codon, UCG anticodon are complementary to each other. Whereas pairing between AGU and UCG are the non-complementary. We remember this part. Non-complementary. In which nitrogen base, which position of nitrogen base would leads to non-complementary means third nitrogen base. Yeah, pairing between adenine and uracil, complementary. Pairing between guanine and cytosine, complementary. But the pairing between uracil and guanine is the non-complementary. See, this non-complementary base pairing between codon and anticodon of mRNA and tRNA is called Ubbling or Ubbel pairing. So, whenever the Ubbel pairing existed in the genetic code, nothing but if the anticodon of tRNA can recognize more than one codon of mRNA, leads to Ubbling or Ubbel hypothesis or Ubbel pairing. Very important. But the position of Ubbel pairing is only third nucleotide, only third nitrogen base, never first and second. So, this unusual base pairing is called Ubbel pairing. Important. It was proposed by F.H.C. Crick. And important, this Ubbel hypothesis related to defining one of the property of a genetic code, that is, genetic code is degenerative. Do you remember this statement? Among 6 properties or 7 properties of genetic code, Ubbel hypothesis related to the degeneracy of genetic code. Means, in degeneracy of genetic code, more than one codon codes same amino acid. More than one codon codes same amino acid. Already I was discussed with you in the properties of genetic code. Means many triplet codons 4 to 6 or 2 to 6 triplet codons code same amino acid. That is meaning for genetic code is degeneracy. Similarly, the anticodon, same anticodon of tRNA recognize more than one codon of mRNA. That is called Ubbel pairing, Ubbling or Ubbel hypothesis. So, the Ubbel hypothesis related to justify which property of genetic code means genetic code is degeneracy. Most important for competitive exams. Never it can mobilize. Genetic code is universal or commonless or initiator or triplet in nature or terminate in nature or non-ambiguous condition. Only it can justify one of the property called degeneracy. Genetic code is degeneracy. It was proposed by F.H.C. Crick. Important. In one of the previous CET exam paper, one simple question from this concept, Hubble hypothesis, Hubble concept was proposed by. First option, no? Hubble. We remember Hubble hypothesis, so proposed by. First option, no? Hubble. Next one is the Watson and Crick. Next one, no? Watson. Last one, no? Crick. Important. Here the right answer is the Crick scientist. Never Watson and Crick are never Hubble scientist. Means it is one type of synonymous meaning, synonymous word. So, right answer is the F.H.C. Crick was the first person to introduce the Hubble hypothesis. So, till here is the properties of genetic code and Hubble pairing or Hubble hypothesis. So, here, genetic code recognize the sequence of amino acids in the polypeptide chain. Means the coded message present in mRNA decoded into polypeptide chain is called genetic code. Or the sequence of amino acids in the polypeptide chain in the protein molecule. Remember, the sequence of amino acids in the polypeptide chain is determined by sequence of nucleotides on DNA is called genetic code. But very important, listen here. How, sir, the sequence of nucleotides of DNA can determine the sequence of amino acids in the polypeptide chain? And what is the relationship between DNA and genes and polypeptide chains? We remember this point. What is the relationship between DNA, genes and polypeptide chain? How we could understood the topic of this relationship? This relationship can easily understood by one of the simple concept called mutations. Already in the fifth lesson, we have discussed mutation, different types of mutation and problems or effects of the mutations. In the topic of genetics, principles of inheritance, Mendelian inheritance topic, different types of mutations with their problems or disorders, gene mutation, chromosomal mutation, frame shift mutation, transversion mutation, transinversion mutation, etc. mutations we have already studied. So, by the interfering of a mutation, by the help of mutation, we can easily understood the topic of relationship between DNA, genes and polypeptide chains. So, during mutation, what happens? Deletion or addition or rearrangement of nitrogen bases in the DNA. We remember how, sir, the relationship between DNA and genes can easily understood by the process of mutation, nothing but listen here. The solution of this question is during mutation, rearrangement or deletion or addition of nitrogen bases on the DNA. Deletion means loss of nitrogen bases, or addition, excess of nitrogen bases, or rearrangement of the position of nitrogen bases on the DNA. Listen here. Consequently, alters the codons of mRNA. Means deletion or addition or rearrangement of nitrogen bases on the DNA. Listen here. Changes the triplet codons of mRNA. and simultaneously alters the sequence of amino acids in the polypeptide chain. We remember the statement in clearly. Then, to express a separate phenotypic character instead of normal phenotype, instead of normal character, to express a new phenotypic character, because each and every character under the control of a gene through the process of protein synthesis, that is transcription and translation. We remember this statement. So, the relationship between DNA and genes can easily understood by the process of mutation. During mutation, addition or deletion or rearrangement of nitrogen bases on the DNA changes the sequence of triplet codons of mRNA and simultaneously changes the sequence of amino acids in the polypeptide chain in the protein molecule, then leads to a new phenotypic character. So, the best example, the best proof or evidence for the study or understood of relationship between genes and DNA or DNA and genes is the mutation. That is one of the broker intermediate partner for easy to understood the relationship between genes and DNA. Simple example. Listen here. Already I have given this example in the genetics lesson in the 5th lesson. Sickle cell anemia. One of the best example of relationship between DNA and genes. Sickle cell anemia. Listen here. A sickle cell anemia is caused due to point mutation. Example of point mutation is the sickle cell anemia. Here point mutation means the mutation caused due to change of a single nitrogen base pair of gene. Listen here. The mutation caused due to change of single nitrogen base pair in the DNA, in the gene, is called point mutation. But opposite and listen here, one wrong definition, the mutation occurs in the point of the circle, never called as point mutation. We remember this statement. So, the mutation caused due to changes of single nitrogen base pair of gene or DNA is called point mutation. Example for point mutation is the sickle cell anemia. How, sir? We could justify the sickle cell anemia is the classical example for point mutation. Important. Listen here. Generally, the shape of the hemoglobin and synthesis of normal hemoglobin under the control of a normal hemoglobinic gene, that is called HbA. HbA gene is the normal hemoglobinic gene. Listen here. It codes means HbA gene containing GAG nucleotide sequence on the antisense strand. Next, I'll give the meaning for antisense strand or template strand, or it is also called non-coding strand. Listen here. HbA gene containing GAG nucleotides on the antisense strand. Its direction is 3' to 5'. While the coding strand containing CTC nucleotides. Important, very important for seat information. Be listening at this point. HbA gene in the normal person, in the non-sickle cell anemic person means healthy person, codes containing GAG nitrogen bases, GAG nucleotides on the antisense strand. While the sense strand containing coding strand containing 5 CTC nitrogen bases from 5' to 3' direction. So this sense strand present here codes important to G codon on mRNA. Very important. Listen here. This is antisense strand nitrogen bases. Antisense strand nitrogen bases. This is sense strand or coding strand nitrogen bases, nucleotides. And this is the triplet codon or codon of mRNA. Do you remember? Important. If the antisense strand containing GAG nucleotides from 3' to 4' direction, opposite DNA strand containing CTC nucleotides from 5' to 3'. At the same time, to undergo transcription of mRNA from the antisense strand, very important point. Never from the sensor coding strand, from the antisense strand to synthesize the mRNA in presence of DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme or simply called RNA polymerase enzyme or simply called transcriptase enzyme to synthesize the mRNA. Such mRNA containing GAG triplet codon. Important. This GAG triplet codon codes glutamine amino acid. Glutamine amino acid at the 6th position of beta chain of hemoglobin. Very important, because hemoglobin, one of the conjugated protein, it has 2 polypeptide chains. One is the alpha chain, another one is the beta chain. Listen here. In the beta chain, if the 6th amino acid is the glutamine amino acid, important, it should maintain the normal quantity and shape of hemoglobin and to maintain the healthy or normal RBC cells. Usually spherical shaped RBCs or biconcave RBCs. That is, in non-sickle cell anemic person, genetic code for formation of healthy hemoglobin, normal hemoglobin, and to maintain the normal RBC cells. Listen here. If this healthy hemoglobinic gene, HbA gene, undergo point mutation. Undergo point mutation means change of single nitrogen base pair in the gene is called point mutation. I think I could hope clearly understood our simple explanation of sickle cell anemia concept. Listen here. If this HbA gene undergo point mutation, that is, the antisense strand contain GTG nitrogen bases. Nothing but replacement of adenine and incorporation of thymine. Listen here this point. If the antisense strand undergo point mutation and to contain GTG base sequence, nucleotide sequence, the sense strand contain CAC nucleotide sequence, coding strand containing CAC nucleotides. Important. Whenever the coding strand containing CAC nucleotides, very important, mRNA contain GUG codon, means opposite to the antisense strand codon. Based in this segment. Say, if the antisense strand containing GTG base sequences, sense strand containing CAC nitrogen bases, mRNA codes GUG codon. Important. This GUG codon codes valine amino acid at the 6th position of beta chain of hemoglobin. Means in the sickle cell anemic person to changes only beta chain, no possibility of alpha chain, most important. So in the beta chain of hemoglobin at the 6th position is the valine amino acid. Important, the hemoglobin becomes abnormal. Means abnormal hemoglobin. Such abnormal hemoglobin maintains the sickle-shaped RBCs like this. Curved RBCs, sickle-shaped RBC cells, red blood corpuscles, erythrocytes. Important, these erythrocytes, sickle-shaped RBC cells, fails to carrying of oxygen, transportation of oxygen from air sacs to body cells. Air sacs to body cells. Then to cause different types of respiratory disorders, respiratory problems. That is the, listen here, causative factor of sickle cell anemic disorder, genetic disorder of sickle cell anemia. So, what happens in a sickle cell anemic disorder? Means simply changes of adenine to thymine. Means here, only single nitrogen base, so changes or alters in the gene. That is called point mutation. That's why the sickle cell anemia is the good example, classical example for point mutation. Important, listen here. So, this point mutation or general mutation easily express or identify the relationship between gene and listen here, DNA and proteins. That is our simple concept. What is the proof of the relationship between genes and DNA and polypeptide chain? By the help of mutation, we can easily understood the concept of a relationship between DNA and genes. Important. Listen here. This gene present on the DNA majorly responsible for helps in biosynthesis of proteins, synthesis of proteins, protein synthesis. Never photosynthesis, so protein synthesis. Please remember this word. See, the genetic code, DNA genes, majorly responsible for protein synthesis. That is our important topic of in the lesson molecular basis of innatins. Listen here. Till here we have to study. Listen here. DNA, RNA, different types of RNA, functions of different types of RNA. Meaning for triplet codons, types of triplet codons, types of amino acids selected by respective triplet codons. These are all the requirements, raw materials for the topic of protein synthesis. So, a student who have clearly understood listen here, all the previous concepts, for those partners, for those candidates, easy to understand the topic of protein synthesis. So here, the genetic code and gene DNA indirectly responsible for biosynthesis of proteins. So today we have to introduce the simple topic of protein synthesis. See, here proteins are the building blocks of amino acids. One simple meaning, one simple definition of proteins, they are the building blocks of amino acids because they are the polymers of amino acids. So, peptide bonds. So, proteins are the building blocks of amino acids, and proteins Listen here. Synthesized by the required cell with the help of raw materials like amino acids according to genetic information present on the DNA. We remember the statement? The proteins, required proteins synthesized by the cell, prepared by the cell by using raw materials like amino acids according to genetic information present on the DNA. That is one brief conclusion result of meaning for protein synthesis. Well, listen here. Any cell can synthesize their own required proteins by using raw materials like amino acids according to genetic information present in the DNA. Means finally, totally, the protein synthesis, so indirectly under the control of DNA, nucleotide sequence of the DNA under the control of genes. Very important. But how, sir? The proteins are polypeptide chains synthesized inside the cell by using amino acids or raw materials. Important. The protein synthesis, so mechanism of protein synthesis takes place in two major steps, in two main steps, that is transcription and translation. Transcription and translation are the two main steps of biosynthesis of proteins inside the cell. Among them, the first step is the transcription. Definition important. And also location of transcription. One more question, very, very important. So, there are two major steps of protein synthesis, like transcription and translation. Among them, first one is the transcription. See, the general definition of transcription is, general meaning for transcription is, listen here, the process of copying of genetic information. The process of copying of genetic information from one of the DNA strand into RNA. Listen here, the process of copying of genetic information. Copying of genetic information. Genetic information from one strand of DNA. This is very important. From one strand of DNA into RNA is called transcription. Do you remember this statement? The process of copying of genetic information from one strand of DNA into RNA is called transcription. Or another definition, one more definition is, listen here, the process of synthesis of mRNA from template strand of DNA. Template strand of DNA. Template strand of DNA with the help of DNA dependent RNA polymerase inside the nucleus of a cell. inside the nucleus of a cell is called transcription. One big definition, lengthy definition. Say the process of synthesis of mRNA from template strand of DNA with the help of DNA dependent RNA polymerase inside the nucleus of a cell is called transcription. Because, for example, listen here, this is one animal cell or plant cell, generally animal cell, and this is the nucleus. Listen here, within the nucleus, so inside the nucleus, so are the chromosomes containing genetic material DNA, double-stranded DNA. Now, in this DNA, one strand oriented from 3' to 5', another oriented from 5' to 3'. Important. On the DNA strand having polarity from 3' to 5' direction. Listen here, containing nitrogen bases. Nitrogen bases. For example, T, A, C, A nucleotides. Now, on this DNA strand, listen here, RNA polymerase enzyme. RNA polymerase enzyme binds to, attach it to the promoter site of DNA template. Next, I will give the meaning for promoter site, promoter region. Yeah, RNA polymerase enzyme attached to the promoter site of template strand. Now, what is the role of the RNA polymerase enzyme? Means it will collect the RNA nucleotides one by one after the another from the nucleoplasm of cell opposite to the nitrogen bases of template strand. For example, this is template strand. This template strand containing thymine, adenine, cytosine nucleotides. Now, this is the RNA polymerase enzyme present at the promoter site. And this entire nucleoplasm containing RNA nucleotides like uracil, adenine, cytosine, guanine nucleotides in the form of UMP, AMP, CMP, GMP nucleotides. See here? Now this RNA polymerase enzyme enters into the thymine nucleotide, move to the thymine nucleotide of antisense strand or template strand. Listen here, this RNA polymerase enzyme collects the very important adenine RNA nucleotide. Important, and at the same time it will enter into the adenine nucleotide of RNA stranded DNA template. Now this RNA polymerase enzyme collects the uracil nucleotide, RNA nucleotide, and at the same time phosphodiester bond is established in between adenine and uracil. And RNA polymerase enzyme move to the cytosine nucleotide of antisense strand. This RNA polymerase enzyme collects the guanine RNA nucleotide and to establish the phosphodiester bond. Thereafter enters into the next nitrogen base, one after the another, because genetic code is commaless. Already we have discussed this statement in the properties of genetic code. So RNA polymerase enzyme move over on the template strand of DNA, antisense strand of DNA. What happens to synthesize the, listen here, RNA nucleotides, generally RNA nucleotides, one after the another, undergo polymerization through phosphodiester bond, opposite to, complementary to the template strand of DNA. As a result to synthesize RNA, this RNA is called mRNA. Here what happens? In this example, what happens from DNA to mRNA? Nothing but the process of copying of genetic information, the process of copying of genetic information from one strand of DNA into the RNA. One strand of DNA into the RNA is called transcription. The process of synthesis of mRNA, formation of mRNA from the template strand of DNA with the help of DNA-dependent RNA polymerase enzyme, RNA polymerase enzyme, transcriptase enzyme inside the nucleus of a cell is called transcription. That is the first step and a definition for transcription. Very important. Listen here. So, the process of synthesis of mRNA from the template strand of DNA with the help of DNA-dependent RNA polymerase enzyme inside the nucleus of a cell is called transcription. Or the copying of genetic information from one strand of DNA into RNA is called transcription. It takes place inside the nucleus of a cell. Important for one more question. So, what is the site of transcription inside the nucleus? As like that, from the first year PC topic, what is the site of photolysis of water? Photolysis of water, granular region of the chloroplast. Because photolysis of water, one of the step of light reaction, third step of light reaction and place of light reaction is the granular region of chloroplast. And what is the site of photophosphorylation, non-cyclic photophosphorylation or generally cyclic photophosphorylation, granular region of chloroplast. What is the site of dark reaction? Dark reaction, C3 pathway, stroma region of chloroplast. Site of glycolysis, cytoplasm of cell. That's why the glycolysis is also called cytoplasmic respiration or EMP pathway. Very important. Emmerdon, Meyer and Parana scientists contributed the concept of glycolysis. That's why glycolysis is also called EMP pathway. It occurs in the cytoplasm of cell. Important events and sites, places of here, biochemical phases or metabolic reactions. Very important. Like that, the location or the place of transcription is the nucleus of a cell. It occurs inside the nucleus of a cell. Important. Listen here. During transcription, one of the strand of DNA, only one strand of DNA, never two strands. Remember this statement. In the transcription, one strand of DNA involved in synthesis of mRNA, that is called antisense strand. Meaning for antisense strand is the DNA strand involved in formation of mRNA, synthesis of mRNA is called antisense strand or template strand or non-coding strand. Different terms of antisense strand. Listen here. Since from replication of DNA, I would discuss this word with you. Antisense strand, antisense strand, antisense strand. So, out of two strands of double-stranded DNA, only one strand participates in transcription. That is only antisense strand. Its direction is 3' to 5'. Never DNA strand having polarity 5' to 3' involved in transcription. That is never called as antisense strand. Listen here. So, out of two strands of DNA, only one of the strand takes part in formation of mRNA, synthesis of mRNA. That is called antisense strand. Antisense strand or template strand or non-coding strand. Next, I will justify why they are also called respective terms. It is also called respective terms. So, in the double-stranded DNA, only one of the strand takes part in formation of mRNA, involved in transcription or formation of mRNA. That is called antisense strand. But here, one simple arising doubtful question. Why, sir? Why not, sir? Both the strands of the DNA takes part in transcription, involved in transcriptions are important. Here two reasons are there. For this question, two answers are there. Two reasons are there. One reason is, listen here, if both the DNA strands, if two strands of DNA, both the strands of DNA involved in transcription, see here, involved in transcription, important, alters the nitrogen basis of RNA, changes the nitrogen basis of RNA, means mRNA. Important. And if this mRNA synthesize the proteins, important, the amino acid sequence present in this protein can alters, can changes. Be remember this statement. Why, sir? Both the strands of DNA, two strands of DNA takes part in transcriptions are important. If both the strands, two strands of DNA involved in transcription, the RNA produced from both the strands, listen here, produce proteins, and the amino acid sequence also present in the protein, so will different from the normal protein. From the normal protein. That's why the two strands of DNA never take part in transcription, synthesis of mRNA. That is one reason. And second reason, say important, second reason, if both the strands of DNA involved in transcription produce two RNA molecules, for example, listen here, this is one DNA, one double-stranded DNA. In this double-stranded DNA, one strand orientation is 3' to 5', another one is the 5' to 3'. Say, if these two strands so involved in transcription, takes part in transcription, means synthesis of mRNA. Listen here, to produce two mRNA molecules. Two mRNA molecules, and these two RNA molecules are complementary to each other. Complementary to each other. Listen here, they are pairing, they are binding and produce double-stranded RNA. Double-stranded RNA. And this double-stranded RNA, see here, prevents the translation, avoid the translation or protein synthesis. Very important. If both, the second reason is, if two strands of DNA takes part in transcription to produce two RNA molecules, these two RNA molecules are complementary to each other and produce double-stranded RNA. The double-stranded RNA, listen here, prevents the translation process, prevents the protein synthesis. For these two reasons, listen here, never the two strands of DNA transcript, listen here, involved in transcription, synthesis of mRNA. Only one of the strands, out of two strands, so only one of the strand takes part in transcription. That is called antisense strand. Antisense strand. Important, very, very important. Listen here. That's why the process of synthesis of mRNA from one of the DNA template strand with the help of DNA-dependent RNA polymerase enzyme inside the nucleus of a cell is called transcription. So, from all these reasons, from these two reasons, the two DNA strands never takes part in transcription. Only one of the strand, that is called template strand or antisense strand or non-coding strand. Important. Listen here. A part of never entire part of antisense strand. A part of template strand involved in transcription. Be remember this statement. A part of antisense strand or template strand involved in transcription is called transcription unit. Listen here. Meaning for transcription unit is a part of template strand involving transcription is called transcription unit. See, this transcription unit contains three parts, three regions, most important for 2 mark question, diagrammatic question and 5 mark question, diagram with explanation in board exams. So, this transcription unit contains three parts, three regions like promoter, structural gene, and terminator are the three parts of transcription unit. Remember, a part of template strand involved in transcription is called transcription unit. It consists of three parts, three regions like promoter, structural gene and terminator. Very important in diagrammatic representation for 2 mark or 3 mark question. So, the diagrammatic representation of transcription unit is here, this is promoter. This area is the promoter part. And this is the structural gene. Terminator. And in the structural gene are the two DNA strands. One is the template strand. This is template strand, also called antisense strand. Antisense strand are also called non-coding strand. Different terms, template strand or antisense strand or non-coding strand. And this is the coding strand, are also called sense strand. Sense strand are also called non-template strand. So, structurally, the transcription unit consists of three parts. like promoter, structural chain, and terminator. See here, promoter, structural chain, and terminator are the three parts of a transcription unit. Among them, first one is the promoter. See here, in the transcription unit, out of three parts, we have to going study meaning for promoter, meaning for structural chain, meaning for terminator with their functions. Important. So first one is the promoter. Listen here. It is a short segment of DNA. See, promoter is the short segment of DNA located at the 5' end of coding strand. Listen here. Promoter is the short segment of short part of DNA located at 5' end of coding strand. That is the meaning of a promoter. Important. Listen here. Here, for example, this diagram is inverted into linear order, linear manner. In the linear direction of the transcription unit. This is DNA strand having polarity 5' to 3', means coding strand. And opposite strand is the anti-sense strand or non-coding strand. This is non-coding strand connected by nitrogen bases, linked by nitrogen bases. And this part of this area is the promoter, this area is the terminator, in between them is the structural chain. Means whenever diagram inverted into linear manner, linear direction, 5' to 3' DNA strand is the coding strand, 3' to 5' DNA strand is the non-coding strand or anti-sense strand or template strand. So, your promoter region, promoter is the short segment of DNA located at 5' end of a coding strand. Important. This 5' end of a coding strand is also called upstream end. UPSTREAM. Upstream end, because 5' end at the top or 3' end at the base. That's why the promoter site always located at upstream end of a coding strand. They are important for extra information, neat information. The promoter site or promoter gene is the short segment of DNA located at the 5' end of a coding strand or upstream end of the coding strand. Important. Its function is, the function of a promoter site is, it will provide RNA polymerase binding site for transcription of mRNA. See, in the antisense strand, RNA polymerase enzyme only binds to the promoter site, promoter gene, promoter part of the antisense strand. So, the function of a promoter is that it will provide binding site for RNA polymerase enzyme. After binding, what happens? To undergo synthesis of mRNA by the collection of RNA nucleotides through phosphodiester turbo. So, promoter site, provide binding site, binding place for RNA polymerase enzyme for transcription of mRNA. Important, listen here. The presence of promoter site will define coding strand and anti-coding strand or anti-sense strand. Listen here. The position of promoter decides the template strand and coding strand, or coding strand and template strand. Means the position of location of promoter site decided, judges which is the template strand and which is the non-coding coding strand. For example, If the promoter part is changed into terminator, well, listen here. If the promoter alters into terminator, then the coding stand and the template stand will be reversed. For example, say this is promoter side located at the FIDA end of the coding stand. So, if the promoter side present at the FIDA end of coding stand, here FIDA to 3 direction, DNA stand is the coding stand or sense stand, and 3 to FIDA end DNA stand is the template stand or anti-sense stand. Because your promoter part always located at the FIDA end. So, the position of promoter side will define the template stand and coding stand. If the position of promoter side, promoter chain will alter into change into terminator, then template stand and coding stand will be reversed. For example, now this is the terminator and this is the promoter. So, your promoter side always found close to the FIDA stand. So, your template stand converted into coding stand and coding stand converted into anti-sense stand. Very important. That is meaning, if the position of promoter side, promoter chain will alters, nothing but to changes into the terminator, then the definition of template stand and coding stand will be reversed. That means, out of 3 parts of transcription unit, which part it judges, which part decided coding stand and non-coding stand or anti-sense stand is the promoter part, promoter side. That is the first part of transcription unit, and their function is that it will provide binding place of RNA polymerase enzyme for transcription of mRNA. And next to the promoter is the structural chain. Next to the structural chain is the terminator. These 2 parts I will be continue in next class session.